So transactive planning is about mutual learning process, the mutual learning process. Planners contribute process knowledge, shows people how to do things step by step. Right? They teach people the theory, the methodology, right? They help people discuss the larger social perspective and concerns. They may even do action research, know about, do polling, do survey, do ethnography, do interviews, and a lot of things to come back with knowledge about the situation. The planner contributes process knowledge, but the clients, the people in the community also contribute personal knowledge. They know what they need in their lives. They know their community. They know about how their social network functions. They know what are the cultural resources inherent in the community. They know how the economic network of the people of that industrial sector works. If you take away a certain service, the whole industrial cluster collapse, so on. They know all these things day in, day out about their lives. So they have direct personal experience, and they have knowledge of local conditions and needs. And these knowledge are what the planners do not know beforehand. Right? So they learn from each other, the process knowledge and the communal personal knowledge. And in transactive planning, both kinds of knowledge are equal value and has equal value and importance. And they both come into affecting the way we design the plan. And it is a two-way flow of knowledge. Right? Process and personal knowledge become fused through their interaction, through dialogue, and a lot more public good is achieved. And the effort to create intelligent institutions that can learn on their own, like self-learning, educate, self-adapting, self-learning, self-educating institutions can actually happen. So if you institute transactive planning as the planning policy of the Hong Kong government, if the Hong Kong government planners use transactive planning, then this government department will be a self-learning department. It will continue to grow with the society and adapt to the way the society is working. So 我哋成日講，我哋要終身學習嚇，好 adaptive， 好適應嘅。We always talk about being that, but our government is not really. They talk about this kind of things, being adaptive and continuous learning and so forth, right? But they don't actually practice it. But it's so easy, right? You start tomorrow doing this. We train our planners. So transactive communicative planning is therefore of the three kinds of planning, right? This is the most transformative. This is the kind of planning that people in the civil society are now proposing to the government and trying to do demonstrative projects to show the government how to do this and how good it is to do things this way. So the government is actually listening. A few weeks ago, Carrie Lam of the Development Bureau actually announced a plan that they're going to give 8 different small projects out to the community and ask non-government, non-profit institutions to bid to do that as demonstrative cases. And the government wants to see how these people do things and learn from that, and if they see good practices, they'll adopt it in the future. So if government has announced they're going to create 8 experimental projects, right, including Lukao, Sangchun, and other places. And of course, people like us can therefore group together, incorporate an NGO, right, and bid for these projects and show the government what to do. And possibly these things are going to happen very, very soon next year. And we will actually what you are learning will become reality very, very soon. So it is about a self-learning, right, a communicative, bottom-up approach to planning, transactive planning. It's a communicative rationality. It's not that it is not rational, but it's a communicative rationality. It's always perfect in practice, but people continue to negotiate. At least they come up with something everybody pretty much accepts. And planning implies advancing some views at the expense of others. You cannot please everybody all the time, right? You have to make choices, but as a democratic community, you negotiate. So as the critical pragmatist, the planner questions possibilities and shapes responses in face of social values and norms. It is not all open and anything goes, right? Because all plans have limitations, but you need to negotiate with people what to give and take, what to compromise, what are the bottom line that you cannot compromise with. But nonetheless, the planner ought to be aware that power relations maintain particular forms of domination and conflict, can repress legitimate interest. And therefore, the transactive planner needs to take care of the weaker parties in the process. So there should be a critical transactive planner who eliminates distortion. Sometimes people understand, the government understands things in a way that privileges certain parties. It's a distorted picture of the situation. So you need the planner to facilitate the elimination of distortion. You need to foster open and authentic communication and make true political discourse and dialogue possible.